show to talk about my faction. Can get me and Max reactions. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I hope everybody's having a good day out there. Today is PowerWash Simulator Day. Very, very excited. We've been doing this once a week, and I'm actually really enjoying my time with it. I think last week, we spent almost 2 hours just power washing one house. I think we'll probably get a few jobs done today. It looks like we got a giant highway billboard sign to clean, and then I don't know what's coming after that. But I'm very, very excited. I hope the chat's working on the side here. It doesn't seem to be because people are chatting and it's not working again. It worked fine last night, and now today it's not working. That's fantastic. Great. Let's see if we can figure that out now. Nice. Congrats, man. The dirtiest. Oh, just wait. We're going to get to dirtier houses and things. And there will be some sort of reason. There was a story during PowerWash Simulator 1 about aliens causing it. So I expect there will be a story for this one as well that we will see, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm going to see if I can find out why this overlay is not working. I don't know if I will be able to. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. So I'm going to delete that because that's a duplicate. If not, maybe we don't have chat again today, which would be dumb. But yeah, it worked fine the other night, and now it's not working tonight. So, okay. Well, I don't know. Let me type in test. I might have to find a completely different chat solution. Because whatever I'm doing right now ain't working. It's been very on and off, which isn't super helpful. So, all right, cool. Well, let's just jump it right into the game. Okay. Yeah, you guys should have game audio, which you do. All right, so let's jump into the next job here. So we got a billboard we need to clean. This should be fun. Dirt Finder appears both of us are going up in the world. I've become the new mayor of Caldera County in its entirety. While you wash my flagship billboard 30 feet above the interstate due to the south of Lubricity, inadvertently dirtied by a process that doesn't concern you. I must confess it is still harboring grave concerns as your character, but I remain committed to your sublimity as a power washer. It'd be remiss of me not to exploit the talents of someone when it's within my powers to do so. Much obliged. JJ 13. So he's called me Dirt Finder because if I remember correctly, I think the mayor was involved in it last time. Is it like an app or something? So it's through an website. I was having it pulled called Stream Elements that I was using before Charger. I can dump and see it lets me do the like a translucent one, so I could have like right here. You guys can't see it, but right under the webcam, I can have like the chat just appear and disappear right there. So, but yeah, for whatever reason, it's just not working right now. This is going to be a pain. Let's get up onto the billboard. Oh, we got a ladder on the billboard. Or something. I don't know what this is. Oh my god, is it a swing? No! I fell. Alright, well, let's start at the base. We'll work our way up. Yo, Majo, what's going on? Yeah, I'm going to have to give up on the chat for now. I'll have to find another one. You guys ever play Yuga or anything like Fallout? Well, I've played both Fall Rim and Skyrim. I'm actually a big Fallout guy. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. So let's work on the base plate and work our way up. We bought a bunch of extensions for this, if I remember correctly. Before we finished, because we made a bunch of money after our last run. So we did buy some extensions, I think. So we'll be using those to get the signpost done. But also we can move those. I got to get used to the new control scheme skill. I tend to do all right with it until like I come back to it. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna look sparkling and pristine when we're done with it. I know we've had our runs in the past, but I think it's time we let water pass under the bridge, or in this case, over the highway. Yeah. Yeah, 20K tomorrow in live events. A whole 20K. Don't spend it all in one place. We'll be doing all those live events tomorrow and we're playing with the new DLC characters. I just didn't see the point of doing the new DLC characters today when the live events are tomorrow, and that's really what I want to get used to or get doing, because I'm not really excited for the new characters as much as some of the other packs. This pack is definitely not for me just in general. But I know a lot of people like it, so it's just not my thing. At the anchor bolts. Still some dirt on these. Okay, they look pretty clean, so let's start working our way up and down. So we do have some extra extensions now. Can I get to the top? I can get to the top. Sick. And look, it's going to be some people's eras of wrestling, and like I know there's going to be people excited. It's just not mine. Like my type of like my era of wrestling. I never saw any of these guys wrestle live, with the exception of Sid. And Sid was not from his WWE time; it was from his late WCW time, before WCW folded and he got brought back in. But we'll do a full deep dive in playing them tomorrow when we have to do their live event matches. And then, yeah, we got pack opening on Friday during the day because we're going to try and get whatever the live event is from this new set of cards, the Super Pack 4s. So, and I think we're going to do that at noon because my wife and I have to go somewhere at night. They added Brock with Paul Heyman entrance. Oh, cool. That's good. I didn't know they added that. That's good to hear. The support column should be in soon. Don't think this one's going to take as long as the house did last week. So we'll probably get through 2 projects this time. Your DLC Ellie's noon tomorrow. No, we'll do them at like 8 normal time, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Okay, so we got the ladder. What are we missing on this pole? because it looks very complete. There we go. Pole's complete. We got the ladder done. Let's try and get the base portion of this done. We almost need something to elevate us under. I guess we're picking this up here. Whoa. We'll put this right underneath so we can start spraying the bottom of this. Yeah, that'll be better. And we'll start working our way on the bottom before we move to the top and start doing the top. This one you said you were doing... No, sorry, noon the next day, Charger, for the pack openings on Friday. I did say we're doing something at noon, but that was for the pack openings on Friday. So yeah, that's the plan right now, is we'll do a pack opening on Friday. We'll see if we can pull the live event cards. Hopefully we do. We got very, very lucky with that Superstar Series 3 pack and pulling Damian Priest off the first card pack. It actually worked out for my plans very nicely because then I was able to save the rest of them for that contest. So as we did our daily openings, and it started off super hot and then went super, super weak. So hopefully we don't have the same problems. Try not to fall down. Oh. Nope, we don't know what cards we need for what events. I assume they'll have some sort of event that will need... oh, keep hitting that button to go freestyle with the stick, but I hate how that controls. Let's back off the extension while we're doing this portion here. Yeah, so we'll find out what we need on Friday at noon. That's why we're doing the pack opening at noon. I think the cards will go live at 11. So my wife and I have an appointment that we have to go to in the afternoon. So I was like, let's just get the pack opening done right away. Still hoping I make it back in time for SmackDown. I forgot we were traveling out of the city for an appointment, so might have to delay SmackDown or miss it, but I think we should be good there. I think the encore for Galaxy Opal Finn will be live soon too. Yeah, so we definitely on Saturday, maybe we'll do it early on... whoa, okay. Maybe they'll do it early or something, but the Hellfire Kane versus Shinsuke match should go live as well on either Friday or Saturday. So I just know it'll be very tight for people to get what... Wait, was there something for the UC? Ever heard of a town... switch this. We'll have to get on top and then spray around the edges, and then we'll go to the top and start working on the top. Did anyone? Yeah, I did hear that. Chavo's signed with the WWE. Says he's going to be helping out with AAA. I don't think he's actually going to be doing any wrestling. It sounds like he's just going to be like a contact for AAA. But good for him. I know he was with AEW for a bit, but that didn't go well. Um, Based on everything I saw and heard. Can't even remember why they brought him in. Was it to work with Andrade or it was somebody else? I think I have to get the top of that hatched around when we're on the top of it. Let's go to the end here and let's just get this portion done. But yeah, excited for Chavo. Ooh, Chavo. Max, really cool. So when I started the concept of doing this program and trying to highlight voices, newer voices in the community, because like I said, and I've talked about it before, I'm very lucky. Very lucky in how well I've managed to do. And I can't take all the credit because like I've had people help me along the way. So I wanted to give back to people where I could. And when I brought like me wanting to do these videos up, Mac was one of the biggest content creators that I heard from people wanting to cover. And so I really started to do a deep dive into his videos at that point, and I was like, oh, he's really funny. So, but yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance to check that out, do me a favor, give that video a watch. Okay, so we got that. All right, we're gonna have to get this frame clean completely. I think we're gonna have to move. Maybe let's focus on these lights from this angle before we go to the other side. Oh man, there's so much framework to be done here. I'm now standing on the edge of this scaffolding. Well, yeah, and that's kind of why I think it's funny because he's like your internal monologue. He's your internal monologue gotten loose. I'm gonna have to reposition this ladder so I can get all this stuff properly. Or scaffolding, I guess. I'm surprised they don't give you a scissor lift on this one. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna walk off the edge. And part of the frame. Oh no, maybe not. I was gonna say is on top, but I don't think that's the case actually. Looks like its own separate thing. Ah, I fell. Yeah, okay. So let's pick it up. We'll put it a little bit further away, and we'll work on the railings there too. Okay, there's the frame. Oh, and the couplers are slightly different. Maybe they're what you need to... Because we'll need to get this... I've not done this. Man, I don't want to have to move it again. I'm going to have to move it again. So let's get some of these light fixtures done. Oh, we'll have to get the fronts of them, but that's good. Let's move this slightly. We'll put it right here. That should be that portion there. I'm pretty sure the platform coupler, I'll have to do some on the top of it. All I need is Randy now. Nice. Well, hey, Randy's going to be available in the market this weekend, or on Friday, so. Oh, I never finished the beams while I was up there. Okay, well, we got another platform piece clean. We'll have to go around. We'll have to get the outsides of this framing here. But we won't be able to clean it completely. We'll only be able to get it partially done. Because we'll have to go to the other side and clean it. Can I get some of these while I'm up here? Okay, let's move this. We'll do this side now. We got to work our way right around it. He should be like 60K-ish. Because he's going to be like he's going to be like what the diamonds are now is what he should be going to, because the Galaxy Opals should be what the pink diamonds were. I mean, it is called PowerWash Simulator. You gotta, if you're simulating something, you gotta have good graphics. Might have to finish that lamp when I get up there. Yeah. All right, we'll finish that when we get up there. In the meantime, let's work on this framing here. $60K is definitely doable. Yeah, I think that's what they'll be like. I think they're like 62 or like 50, like almost, depending upon the depending upon the diamond at the moment. So that's what they should be going down to, based on what we've seen. They just kind of have reduced the cost and slotted the other ones into the others. So, which means actually we'll probably see one more price drop too before the. We'll probably see one more price drop before everything's said and done. Because there should be one price drop for the infinites as well. Because I assume we'll be getting infinites and card packs, so we should see that as well. Okay. All right, let's just go up this one. Oh, there's a ladder on the side. I didn't even see that. So the PD numbers games will be 60K shoe. Should be, yep, theoretically. I don't want to say yes, it will be in case like I'm wrong, but like I feel like that's the cadence they've been following. So unless they deviate from what they've been doing, that should be the case. Oh, why it wasn't letting me put that up. I would have liked to go further towards it. Even with the extension, I would have preferred to go further. And it's 100% possible they do that. Hopefully they don't, but they could. Why couldn't I get this closer? Well, now it's working fine. Oh, it's backwards now. Thought I had it the right way. Apparently it went the wrong way. Did you... yes, it came in the trailer today. They announced it in the official trailer when the trailer came out. Ugh. So we got all the frames covered. Oh, weird. Oh, maybe because I was able to spray the top of it. Let's start working on the fencing from this side. And then we'll jump on and we'll try and get the couplers and we'll get the couplers and the can't even talk. Railings out of the way, and then we'll work on the floor, and then we'll start working on the billboard sign itself. All right, we're up here. Okay, so there's the coupler, and there we got the corner post. So let's work our way around to each post. We'll work on the railing, and then we'll work on the coupler piece as we come to each post. So there's one railing. There's the other railing. There's the post. There's the coupler. So the hope is what am I getting stuck on there? Oh, a ladder on the side. So we got the hatch too. We got to do the hatch now. Oh, and there's the light piece. Yeah, we got the. I think we got all the light arms sufficiently. So we're good there. Now we got this hatch piece here. There's the post. Let's get the other post here. What's not... There it is. I was like, keep focusing on it there. There's the last coupler. And this post, we got to get this railing. We put in the work on the outside so that when we got up here, they'd just connect and get done. There's that. Oh no, the railing post needs to be done. Okay, we got the railing. We're able to get enough of it so that we were good. We'll get this railing and we'll go back for the other one. Wah, got off track there. Don't know if this works, but every time I open a basic, exit the game to the main menu, come back, I open it. I think that's just good luck. I don't think there's any, because apparently, yeah, I don't think there's anything to that probably. I think you're probably just having good luck, which don't complain about good luck. I mean, that's good. All right, so let's get this uh, base piece here because we did not finish that because we couldn't get it all done because some of it was on the upside of it. Oh. Okay, so we got the outside piece. Might as well get this while we're here. Hatch. I was going to say, it's going to be awkward to get this bottom portion of it. There's the handle. Oh, you can close the hatch. Well, that's easier. I guess then I don't have to worry about falling down. I can walk over it. Okay, well, we look like we're good there. We got the hatch hinge, the hatch thing. Okay, so let's work on the framing on the outside. And then we can do the floor and then start working on the posts and then work our way up the billboard. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I've not been in that yet, but that was interesting. We'll use that when we do the wall itself, but that's good to know. Looks all like it. Yeah, the floor is all one floor, even though there's two separate color divisions. No. All right, let's get the floor done. We're making good time here. Oh, I don't know if we're making good time or not, but it feels like we're doing okay. My kids have been playing this too. They've been asking me where I'm at in it compared to where they are. I'm like, well, I'm only playing once a week right now. You know what? Let's put the floor thing on. Buy another floor extension for this thing. We're making good time here. Stuff's got to go to the curb. We have garbage and recycling tomorrow in my neighborhood, so I think my wife's having my kids take a few more things out to the curb, even though we've already got most of it out there. Garbage, recycling, compost. We're making good time here. Once we get this done, we'll work on the floors. I wonder what the next job's going to be. I hope it's like not a huge job. Find out. I think this one will take us like an hour total to get done. Our trash day was this AM. Nice. Yeah, ours switches. It used to be like it would just move to like the next day of the week. So if it was like on a Monday night, the next week would be on a Tuesday. And then the next week on a Wednesday. Instead of like a normal like just like this is your day like every Wednesday or something. It was like a 6-day system so that when it got to Friday, you'd skip a week but then your next garbage pickup would be on the Monday. So it'd be like 8 days without garbage pickup, but they switched it slightly. So now, instead of it alternating, it moves when there's a holiday. So right now our garbage day is Thursday morning, but when the next holiday happens, which I guess will be Christmas for us, it'll switch to Friday. So, and then after the next holiday, it'll switch to the Monday. So it was a weird system, the old one. The new one's still quite a bit weird too. Okay, this should be going. There it is. Okay, so let's get these posts done here, and then we'll start working on the sign itself. Yes, we did have our Thanksgiving a few weeks ago in October. So I know U.S. Thanksgiving's coming up, so you can kind of hear like wolves howling in the background, which is kind of cool. By the way, Dirt Finder, I need my cat back. I take his cat. Photo ops are gearing up, and he'll be needed for the promotion tour of the country with his hat on. So there's the pillar. Get this one done. We'll do all the pillars, and we'll start working on the bottom, and then we'll get the fronts done. But we're making good progress here. Oh, yes. We got to get this side of it too. Man, how big is this thing going to be? Cleaning these nooks is going to be a pain where the ladder is. I wonder if the other side has a ladder too. Okay, there's the base. Let's get this side done. We'll do the bottom. We'll work on then we'll work on the sides, and we'll basically leave like the two big panels for the front. Besides Gunther, any other characters with a major Taker? Elite Taker is really good. He's got the Hell's Gate submission. But I can't think of any other like really good super submission characters. This one first so that I can get under here and get in the nooks and crannies. And Elite Toy Taker should be see a price reduction as well with the upcoming price decreases, because he's also a pink diamond, so he should be getting down to 60k. Heatwave Gunther's even going to be more affordable. All right, let's work on the sides here. You can hear my wife upstairs. She's watching her murder shows. She loves shows where people get murdered. I don't know how to do... This is going to be so awkward to clean. Jay should have had a sleeper, super sleeper. That would have been cool, actually, but also, I think he was out... he wasn't really using that sleeper until Gunther used it on him, and the game was out at that point. Can I, like... Okay, I can do this while I climb. So we'll have to do that. I'd like to see somebody actually try this. Spray the tops when we come down if we have to. Then we'll go to the other side and we'll start on the ladder on the other side. This is what I was afraid of. Like, if you get too close, it's not going to work properly. You almost have to, you know what, we'll have to, like, focus on each step as we go down, and then we'll have to do the same thing as we go down. We'll look up and get the rest of the stuff that we missed from the top angle. True crime, or it's not true crime. It's Criminal Minds, I think. Whatever the she used to watch it, and now it's on Disney Plus. So she's secretly plotting my murder. That's all I can assume. Yeah, we'll have to get the top in a second. Oh, we got the ladder, so we just need to worry about the baseboard at the back now. We're close to being done it. And then, okay, we got that portion done. I guess maybe we can walk across and go down the other side and just start the other ladder. Dane, is there another set? There is, yes. Oh yeah, she loves them. I'm not as big into like those, but I do enjoy Law and Order. Law and Order is like my secret like guilty pleasure show. I got into it again earlier this year. I know it's been back on because I used to watch the old Law and Order with Jack McCoy. We'll get the top done and then we'll work our way down the other side with Jack McCoy. Hey, what's going on, Alan? Welcome to the stream. We are power washing our souls away here today. We're trying to get everything. We're currently working on a highway billboard sign. Making our way across. Getting this top beam here. Oh! Alright, well, I guess we're doing the ladder and we'll go up. We'll start off this way. Let's put our extensions on and try and get up the side here. I basically want to get down to just whatever that front is, and then we'll do everything as like the last thing that needs to be done. Ideally here, but we still got to get up the ladder. We're going to do the sides first, though. Hey, what's going on, my man? You are just in time for power washing. We are power washing a highway sign right now. Yeah, each of those panels are separate. Trying to do the best we can power washing, but I'm going to have to, like, climb the ladder and do it like we did the last ladder. I don't want to get to that yet. All right, let's switch to the main one and we'll go up and we'll do the same thing we just did. For this ladder, yeah, this will be like a world tour by the time we're done. We're taking power washing on the road. Man, I'm so fearful that we're not going to see any world tour. Like, if they're saying the island's going to be in December for the next island update, and they're not talking about world tour, I don't think we see it till the new year. Potentially. I think it's officially time to do the obituary, because I kept feeling like it was coming, and then like I was putting the obituary off. I kept putting the obituary off. But I feel like it's time now. Are you cleaning the lab in Breaking Bad? No. Currently, we're working on a sign, like a billboard sign on the highway. So, is that in the game? I don't even know. Because that'd be cool. They did a lot of collabs for PowerWash Simulator 1. I was able to go to, like, you missed this one in the last step. Nice thing is you don't have to be 100% perfect. And when I come back down, I'm going to get some more because I'm seeing it at a bad angle right now. So for whatever I miss, we'll get it coming back down if I can't clear it. Because it's really awkward with how close you have to be to do this. Okay, see, there's a ladder. So we just need to get this like main billboard part side done here. Last year's update was the final I think there will be other updates. I don't even know. They did like they've obviously talked about doing okay, so we're good now. That's done, the ladder's done. Let's get this done. Like Island's coming out next month, so I don't think major updates they're 100% done on. UK pissed me off last night from time to time. Oh, they had maintenance? I didn't even know that. Okay, so let's get this top beam done, and then we'll work on the back, and then we'll do the front. And then I think we'll be done the sign. I said an hour. I think an hour is right. Not the 2 hours we spent doing the house last week. I'll have to get the side. Yeah. I just want the beam done now. Come on, billboard beam. I'd like you washed. Billboard, I missed some of it. I think we did the other side like this, so it should be clearing any second now. Oh, the underside of it. What an awkward way. I was like, we're missing something. I don't even know what I'm holding on to right now, technically. Yeah, see, it's like these nooks and crannies you gotta find. You like think you're good, and then you're like, not really. I decided not to play 2K2. It's exhausting. The grinding was consuming everything. Playing other games until, well, hey, you know what, Alan? It's a good way to go. We'll miss you from the grinding perspective, but I completely get it. There we go. All right, let's finish the top of this beam off. And then we'll start working on the back, and then we'll work on these sides. No, you know what? I haven't caught up on NXT yet. It's been a busy day for me, so I haven't had a chance to catch up on it yet. I'll probably watch it tomorrow during the day. Okay, so let's start working on the frame here. You got there, Randy? Nice. Congrats. Oh, did I not do the bottom? I thought I had. I guess not. Let's get that done before I miss that. working through it here. Oh, we got that piece done. Oh, they're two separate pieces. I see. Because the pillar's in between. Okay. So let's get the bottom of this post done. Or bottom of this frame. Then we'll work on the background. Really like how the water looks in this game. Yeah, no, like the graphics are actually really solid. There it is. So we got the top one. So let's work on this one right here. We have to get those beam holders too, or whatever they're called. People hoping Superstar 4 will have good grinding cards, but I kind of hope not so we can skip it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm going to end up getting it regardless. I think I've already talked about that just because whatever the live event cards are, I'm going to want to make sure I get. What am I missing on this piece? Oh, I probably need to get... Okay, there we go. We got it. But I'm going to need to get that piece on the back so I can get this top of those spots. So we'll have to connect that to the back so we can get these struts or braces. What live event is for Taker to be able to get Cody? It's the Monsters and Mayhem. Now it's Monsters and Mayhem boss event. It's lapsed at the moment, but it should be coming back for an encore next weekend. So you should see it next weekend. Come on. It's probably just like an angle I can't hit because of the braces, although I did get it on the other one. Let's work on the top one here. The top one should come clean because I did the top of it when I was up there. Yep. I am annoyed. Okay, let's take this down. Can I not set this up to go on the other side? Pick up. All right. And we'll get in this thing. And there we go. Strut's done. This is super cool. This is super cool to be using. There's the strut part I was missing. There's the brace. So we'll do these panels here. Any new match types you think would be cool? Whoa. Okay, caught up. I was like, I froze there for a second. I don't know. Like, we're pretty covered in match types. I'm trying to think of like match types from when I was a kid. Like, you could like throw like an Inferno match or something. What are we missing from like match types? I don't even know. Um, yeah, I don't know what we're missing in terms of match types right now. Like we've got ambulance, like a Lions Den match, buried alive. Yeah, buried alive. Although I would say buried alive not too different from casket matches at the moment, but yeah, slightly different. You throw them into a casket in the ground, and then you're burying them. So if y'all enjoy casket matches, that's something to ask for. Whoa, fell out of it. Guess let's get these panels done. We're missing something small. Because I thought by now we would have been saying, like, we're on our final stuff. So we're going to have to go back and clean a few things. Hoping for the ability to have 10 people in the ring. I Quit. Yeah, I Quit would kind of be like a submission match, I guess. Like, I feel like it would operate very similarly. Bull rope. Okay, bull rope's a good option. Although from... It feels like a mechanical nightmare, but yes. And they have used that. So that's something that we could see being done. Viagra on a pole match. Well, if we're getting Viagra on a pole, can we get Judy Bagwell in a forklift match? Lots of streamers do that. They call it a refresh, so there's no evidence. Yeah. That's what they've said. I know 2K Pun is a huge fan of the refresh. So, and it's worked well for him. I've seen the refresh go in the opposite. I know Deadly got hit with the refresh, hurting him last time he did it. His odds actually got worse after a refresh. Like a better street fight type match. Yeah, I could see that. This section, and then there's just something like small we're missing. I don't even know what it is. Because it should be saying like, hey, you're like really close to being done here. Oh, it might be the frame on the front side throwing everything off. Maybe after I finish these, it'll pop up just saying like, hey, there's some framing pieces. I think with the street fight, I don't. It'd be interesting for every character to have like a street fight apparel. 3 stages of hell would be easy. Yep. You just tied? Nice. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Next week, we're going to be doing a similar contest. We'll do that week to week. Okay. All right, I guess we're moving to the front now. Work on these front frames at first. When I do the refresh, I don't have the pack sitting there. So you like buy it after the refresh. Let's get the top. Man, okay. I thought we'd be close to being done, but apparently we're not. I'd actually like to know what we're missing here. Okay, I need this packed up, and I need to move it to the front. How do I pack it up? There, pick it up. Move it to the front portion now. We'll clean the front, and we'll just clean up whatever we're missing. Oh, they're going to take us that long to get this portion done here. And then we'll have to go through and see what little things we missed here, because I thought we got most of it as we went up the way, but I guess we missed something along the way. That's disappointing. I thought we were doing a really good job of getting to everything. It should, yeah. Gonna be some sort of animal exhibit or something. We'll see what the sign says here in a second once we clean it off. But it looks like there's like some sort of writing on it. Oh my god, I bet you this is foreshadowing to a place we're gonna clean. I bet you whatever the address is, I bet you whatever the address is, we're gonna be there cleaning. Oh, there's little 3D cutouts on here. That's probably why I thought it would all be one flat thing, but that's not the case. Oh, and it's something about the mayor. Oh, and the letters are 3D. That's why it says we're not done. Because the letters are literally popping off the screen. Yeah, each of those letters has to be done. So that's the issue. It's not that I did a bad job, it's just that there's still lots of little letters to do, so. I'm going to grind for one more pack. Imagine if Super Pack 4 has better versions of Brain Ichiban. I don't know if they'll have versions of Brain Ichiban. It'd be interesting if they do. I think we might see some infinite cards in it. Okay, we're good. It's just the plaque, the letters, and then the background. So we actually did a really good job. We got like almost everything. In order, and we didn't miss anything. So when we got to the bottom here, did I get the plaque? What am I missing on the plaque? Oh, right here. There we go. I want Bray to use as a grinding card so bad. It's a pretty good card. I wish his finisher was faster, where he puts his like hand in your mouth and like forces you down. That's my like one criticism of like, because then you could use him in the Jey Uso spot, but he's just not fast enough. Like with how I use him to be able to do that. Okay, so we got all the letters. We just need to finish off the advertisement. Where are we seeing dirt? Oh, right there. We got some dirt right there. This is just gonna like vein off once we get it. There we go, and we're done. Okay, I feel really happy about that actually. So let's see what we got going on next. I always love these quick time lapses. Not bad, not bad. We're chilling and doing PowerWash Simulator 2 today, my friend. JRD2K3. Oh, I'm trying to click it like with my mouse, which obviously I can't do. So we got a teapot tea room. That seems very doable. We have a little bit more money. Should I be buying more equipment? I do not care about the cosmetics. Feel like buying some extra big pieces makes sense here. Let's get the extension and the big washer. Oh, do I still have lots of money? It says $800 there. Oh, wait. I had already bought those. Wait a second. I'm confused. No, I was looking at points. That's different. Okay, sorry. Okay, we were good. I was selling stuff back, apparently. Which I didn't want to be doing. Oh, and these require points. I understand. Are the washer cosmetics the same way? Are they points? Well, I have no cosmetics unlocked right now. Outfit cosmetics. Okay, I can use the points to unlock custom outfits here as well. Yo, Mana, what's going on? Quickly say hi. Thoughts on the new DLC and WrestleMania? So I'm very I don't know. You don't care about the outfit. You see it in time lapse. Yeah, I know. So here's the deal. You can actually play with friends. I think there's 4-player co-op, and each of you guys can have like a different outfit, which is why you'd want to change your outfit in it. Mana, yeah, no problems. Thoughts on the new DLC, WrestleMania, going to be linked? Yeah, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen there or how they're linked. I'm very curious to see what they do there. We'll know in 2 days. But because the WrestleMania Penta stuff thing comes out this week. Or sorry, not this week. This Penta Superstar Super Pack 4 comes out this week. And the Super Pack 4 comes out this week, but the Penta is going to be from the Octad of the Infinite event that comes out, and that starts on the 22nd. So I'm not sure if they're linked to each other, honestly. We'll find out. You need a Shawn Michaels to start that. So if you don't have Shawn Michaels, and there's a Shawn Michaels in the set, then you might need that. There's gnomes all over the place here. I was like, can I go past there? All right, I guess we'll just work on these outside areas, and then we'll work our way into the center portion. Oh yeah, let's test our new. Is that going to be the Shawn Michaels 97? I'm not sure. Well, we don't know yet. That's the problem, right? Typically, the super packs are just redos of cards we already have, and I don't think there's been a Shawn Michaels card recently in the past few packs. So I'm wondering if this is maybe more tied to like maybe Macho Man's birthday bash, which we have coming up, and maybe you need to get the card from Macho Man's birthday bash. I don't know. So that's the big question: is where are these cards come? Like the Shawn Michaels card, because it's going to start off with a Shawn Michaels versus Shaq um, event for the Octad, and where is this Shawn Michaels card coming from? Because within the game too, we haven't received many. Like you guys can tell me, but how many? How many Shawn Michaels cards have we had? Just give me 2 seconds here, guys. Just got a message on my computer. I'm trying to fix something here. So yeah. So yeah, it's just a question of because like with the heptad of the or the pink diamond heptad that they did a little while ago, it was just like you could start with any pink diamond, which made it super accessible for people. They should have let us use the amethyst one they gave us. What was the amethyst one they gave us? Well, it was for an event though, wasn't it? Here, because here's the thing: if it's tied to an old live event, I don't think they can use it. I do love that HBK when he came back and fought Triple H. I remember my friend and I mark it out when he did that. Oh, the chair pad's different than the chair. Oh, right here. There we go. Yeah, that was a great Sean. I remember that because I missed Shawn Michaels when I started wrestling. I saw him a little bit as a commissioner in the Attitude Era, but I started watching WWE after he had lost his smile. So that was me getting introduced to Shawn really like for the first time when he came back and had that street fight with Triple H, and it was really good. Next chair. We'll get the next chair in a second. Let's get this table done. Do you guys see that there's a new PS5 launching in Japan exclusively? Started watching when he was corporate commish. Yeah. So there's a new PS5 launch in Japan. I caught up on the state of play that happened yesterday. Um, and it's going to be a Japanese exclusive PS5 that's just region locked to Japan with Japanese. I don't know if it's region locked, but it's Japanese only text and stuff on it, so you can't change the language on it. It's going to be sold exclusively in Japan for about $350 US. I think it's their way to show the issues with like the cost of the tariffs that Trump's put on everything. So what they, because people have complained about the price increases on everything in the U.S. Due to tariffs, and I think like PlayStation game systems have obviously seen price increases, not decreases. Whether it's um, Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo, they've all seemed to have a price increase. I think the Nintendo launched the Switch at a higher price than they wanted to, the Switch 2, just because of the tariffs. So, but yeah, it'll only be available in Japan itself, and it's going to be locked to Japanese language, so there won't be any English or any other languages to come out of territory. Apparently, Nintendo did something very similar with the Switch, like a Japanese only Switch 2 model, which is significantly cheaper as well. Let's start with the chairs, and then we'll work on the floor. But yeah, they announced it during, they had a state of play that was just for Japan yesterday. And they were a lot of like more Japanese focused video game announcements, although some of them were RPG-ish and updates on some English stuff that they've announced before. But yeah, very cool state of play overall. Definitely a few things I wanted to get into. Although they're still not remaking Final Fantasy IX, that is still like my. I want them to remake Final Fantasy IX. It's been rumored forever that it's going to happen, and we still haven't seen it yet. Go. So that's another chair. Let's get this one done. Start collecting the Mattel Elite action figures. I got an Ultimate Edition Lex Luger for $10. Nice. My collection's the Lego based stuff. I love Lego. I've not been buying Lego as of recent, just because of how expensive it is, and I still don't have a job. So I collect Ultimate $10 is steel. I'm halfway there with all of them. Nice. Be covered. There we go. One more chair, then we'll do the table, then we'll do the floor. I think we're moving on to the house after that. I don't know if there's another like little teacup area that we have to do. My wife hates it though. Open the best. I understand how disheartening. Yeah, trust me, it's not the best feeling. The market's not great for jobs right now. Just in general, trying my best, trying to stay active. Thought I'd have a job like a long time ago, but that has not happened yet. So my job is slow. I do Amazon Flex. I don't even know what Amazon Flex is. I don't think we have that in Canada. Sounds like a delivery service, though. The problem is right now I'm on unemployment, so I can't do any extra work because if I do, I have to report the earnings from it, and that comes out of my unemployment. So it's one of those things where you got to be careful because we don't want to like hurt what I'm getting from unemployment. Yeah, delivering packages. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, because I thought about potentially doing something like Uber or something to make some extra money. Then I realized it wouldn't be on top of my unemployment. I'd have to deduct it from my unemployment um, that I'm already receiving, which then defeats the purpose. Means I'm losing unemployment money that gets taken out of it while I deliver packages. There is Amazon in Canada, yes, 100%. In fact, there's a big facility not too far from my house. What am I missing on this table? Right there. Oh, right there. Missed a big section of it. Okay, so let's get this floor done. I don't know if the floor cleaner is fast or not. How many subs would you need? Oh God, man, I'd need a lot of subs. If I wanted to do full time, like 50 to 100K, probably. I'm very far away from that. Um, and maybe I can get there at some point, but yeah, not a reality in the current moment. Yeah, if we all subscribe, you should be rolling in dough. I hope, like I said, honestly, would I love to just be a content creator full time? Yeah. Um, but right now, like, I'd probably need to be making 5 grand a month from YouTube, and I'm making a tenth of that at the moment. Not even, not even. It's probably like a 20th of it, honestly. So I would need a huge change. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Gulak. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. All right. Do I have any other? Okay. So we have the. So it's just really the house left. We do have the scissor lift back this time. Thank you so much for that, Gulak. I appreciate that. Trust me. Means the world to me. So we're going to get through here. Yeah. Oh, I should update those. Closer to the 12-hour stream. Yep. Just want to check one thing here. Well, am I going to need soap? Because this is not coming off. Oh, thank you so much, Alexander. I really, once again, I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. What am I missing on the floor here? This is a different floor. There it is. All right, next section. We'll just do each of these sections and work our way to the top of this house. So it looks like 2 projects today that will get done. Have you considered doing a Mario Kart stream? I know people beg. I can do that. Yo, what's going on, Warzone? Welcome to the stream, my friend. We are power washing a teacup house at the current moment. We just did a billboard sign earlier, like a highway billboard sign. Set a super chat goal of $50 and maybe I could do Mario Kart. So I have the ability to do it. I've got the Switch 2. And actually, I haven't played any Mario Kart on it at all. We bought it for my kids. Stupidly, we shouldn't have. But we did buy it for my kids because we thought I'd have a job by now. So we bought one for them. And I don't think it's gotten a huge amount of use from them at the current moment. And to be totally honest, I don't love the Switch as a console. My Switch 1 got a bit of use. Like, it definitely, I used it a bit. Um, like, at most to play Animal Crossing. I was addicted to Animal Crossing during the pandemic. That was a huge game for me and my wife. We played it together. We were off and on each other's islands. There we go. So, but I did enjoy the Mario Kart, and you know what? I was really disheartened by the reviews for Mario Kart World, and not that it was bad, but they kind of had like an open world mode, and I was really hoping it would be Forza like. Um, oh, the ruler of NXT is back. Nice. Obafemi, yeah. So yeah, unless it was a Switch exclusive, I really never played on the Switch. I know people swear by the Switch, one in the portability of it, but I just found it like so much better if I could be playing a game on PlayStation, to be playing on PlayStation, or Xbox, like a higher res system. So beyond Animal Crossing, which I put like 800 hours into. Oh, I haven't watched NXT yet, so yeah. Also, you can make it so. Yeah, you know what, Mana? So I'm looking at like a new, potentially like a slightly higher tier for the membership. But I'm gonna do a bunch of things. I think with it, we're gonna have like a special Discord channel just for those members who are part of that tier. I'm going to start working out again, and I'm going to do like a weekly blog, which will be for members only, on like my status and how I'm doing, and like with losing weight because I've gone into like a bit of an eating um, for comfort type situation. Um, so and yeah, I want to do member only streams too. Um, like where I play against the community. Sorry, it shouldn't be members only, but it's like a matter of playing against the community night. But like community will be picked from members on that tier. So I don't know. Looking at something like that, just where if I'm going to do tiers and do something like that, I want to make sure that there's a value to people who are doing it, and that they're because I don't want to do it and not have there be a value for it. So yeah, well, I am looking at something like that probably within the next week or so. I've just been trying to figure out like what does it need to have to make sure that I do it right and have make it worthwhile for you guys as a customer. Yeah, thank you. I've done well. Like it's actually I can get up to like running really easily. I can usually get in shape for 5K in like 6 weeks and start doing 5K again and like work my way up to 10. I was actually at my best. I was doing like a half marathon distance, like 18, 19K. Members get it. Yeah, 100%. Although I want to be careful about which videos they're getting early access to. And I don't know which ones those are because a lot of my videos are timely and sensitive. And I don't want, like, in terms of like grinding or like there's certain things. So I don't want people to like lose out on like certain information. So I got to figure out what those videos are that are early access for people. So um, at least the DLC badges are pretty good. Yes, yeah, they're not bad. I know Sid and Mr. Wonderfuls look decent. We'll do a deep dive into the badges and the things tomorrow. When we're streaming the live events. I was just like, I could dive into it and do it today, but there's no live events, and I just don't care enough about these characters to be like, oh, I got to see how they operate. So you don't actually have to water the planter. There we go. All right, let's get this floor section. We're almost done all the floor. We'll start working up. Yeah, no, I actually really enjoy running. So I've got a treadmill. Here's a dumb question. And you guys tell me if there would be interest to this or not. And there might not be. But, well, you guys can't see it. But here, I'm going to move my camera. Right there is a treadmill. Now, currently being blocked by buckets of Lego I'm about to take to a store and sell. But if I set up a stream where I was running on the stream on the treadmill, and then maybe had a chat in front of me, and would be able to answer the questions, would that be something you guys would be interested in seeing? It'd be like an accountability thing, but I could do like workout streams, and then if somebody like wanted to work out too, they could like join in on it. And you guys tell me if you guys think that's dumb. I know I did that once. So I used to be a co-host for a podcast called Press YYZ, which is defunct and doesn't exist anymore. But we did like 100+ episodes of it. I'd pop in and out. Nice. Yeah, we did 100+ episodes of it. And for 1 year for Extra Life, one of the tiers where if people donated enough money, I actually jumped on the treadmill and we did a treadmill stream. So, and like literally did it. Keep an eye out for the patch because they added. I did see that. So I looked at the patch. I actually found it earlier. I posted in the group, but yeah, he's in the game now. So, like in the files. Not a bad gimmick stream. LOL. Yep. That's kind of my thought process. Is like, you know what? Like people may enjoy it. I don't know. People may hate it. Nobody may tune in, but I just thought I could do a live stream where I'm just running on the treadmill. And I could set up the tablet in front of me with I could set up the tablet with like the YouTube chat, and then be able to answer. I don't know. I'd have to figure out how to get my headphones connected to the. That shouldn't be that hard. Getting my headphones connected to the computer, but I'd have to like switch things around a little bit. It's doable. I like that was something that came up in my head. I was like, that would be fun. I think I don't know. People might hate watching it. Maybe people would hate it. How many more floors are there? God damn it. We're over halfway around at this point. I don't know where I started comparatively. So, um, but yeah, I could literally get the camera aimed at the treadmill and then like throw my wireless earbuds in and have them connected to the PC and like do like chats with people. We need to move this. You stay over here. There's probably I haven't even looked at the because when I platinumed this, or I guess got all the achievements on Xbox for it, the PowerWash Simulator 1. When I got all the achievements on Xbox, I had to um, redo most of the levels because like they'd be like, do this level, but do this last, or something specific about it, or don't move this thing. And I'm like half wondering. I'm like, I wonder if moving those gnomes affects like a trophy because I haven't had a single trophy pop for like doing like the task optionally. But I don't want to spoil myself on what's coming up in the game. I think the patch busted the rain announcer because I can barely hear it now. I don't think I usually have the rain announcers on anyways. Just do this here. Not bad, Spencer. How are you doing? We are power washing a teacup house. We did a billboard sign earlier. Um, like a highway billboard sign, which was super cool actually, and it had new equipment that you could hang from like window washer equipment. So, but we're making our way through. That's part of the wall. We'll get the wall in a second. We got to get this done. Got to get the floor done. So, but yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Cut across here. I don't know how these people let their houses get so dirty. I would be curious to know how this happens. So we got two floor sections after this one. Could you do a weekly stream where you pick a viewer who wants to play 2K either? Yeah, we might. I don't know. Like that's kind of where my like play with the community kind of like falls in play. It's something that's doable. It's only in the PS5, and I noticed that when I play the entrance, the volume on the rain announcer is so low, despite the volume being way up. Interesting. You know what it is too? Like I never hear the rain announcers because I'm always playing my faction, and you don't really get that. You just start the match. You don't like play the matches individually. So like that type of stuff, I never know. I don't know, man. I don't even know what packs are up today. I haven't played the game much today. Did some grinding earlier because I still want to hit 4 million before we open up the new packs. Nate, so the point of Jackson Lemon Legends was teaming is war games. Yep. Maybe entry by donation. Yeah, I'll figure that out. It's definitely something I've been toying around for a while, and it's just like, how do I do it, and how do I be fair and to it? And but we did have a lot of fun when we did the 12-hour stream last time. In terms of actually like playing with the community and doing that. So I would like to have a community night. Um, and like for the record, you guys have made such a huge difference to me just in general. I really appreciate all you guys because like I never thought I'd have a YouTube channel or like streaming and have people who want to like hang out and like listen or watch or like really. I just didn't think that was something that was going to happen. Okay, we're almost done. We're on the last section of the floor. We can start working on the house. Just hit 5.3, definitely the highest I've ever been. Yeah, nice. That's really awesome, Charger. We're like I said, I'm working to 4 million right now, but I've not been killing myself the past week to get it up. Not, you know what? It's just the war games are just really thrown together, and not like even in like a um the women's match, like literally is two tag teams versus two tag teams, and one of them just got called up and became a tag team. And so like it's almost like, why are they there? Why did they, like, they might want the titles, why are they giving to Asuka and Kairi Sane? um I just don't get it. It sucks. Like I just don't get it, in terms of like what we're supposed to be excited for with war games this year. I think honestly, I would have held that stipulation back, and I wouldn't have done war games with I wouldn't have done war games with the main roster, and I would have done a war games TNA versus um, TNA versus why isn't this? Oh, I gotta get this. TNA versus NXT War Games match. I thought that's what they were leading up to at first. And to me, that would have made way more sense. Um, and did it with NXT versus TNA this year. I thought that could have been really fun. Instead, they kind of did that. They took the old school Survivor Series, uh, the old school Survivor Series matches, and gave them to NXT. But I just don't think it was like the. I just don't think it was as good. So, because I think the War Games is really meant to, like, you've got like some groups and they're feuding, and I think like Division would have made sense, but Seth really being taken out, like they're still down a team member. There's only three members of the Division right now. If you've got Logan Paul and the Bronze, they still need to add another member. Like none of the teams are clearly defined. And like I said, it's worked in the past with like the Baileys and um, stuff, because you had damage control and then you had people who were opposing damage control. What am I missing on this goddamn wall base? Ah, there. Logan Paul being shoehorned into it was so blah. I think I get why. So he's adding a little bit. Look, he's adding a little bit of star power to the match, because whether we like it or not, Logan Paul is like a YouTube megastar. He has a huge following, so it gets more eyes on it if he's involved. And I'm not saying I love it either, but I understand why he's there. And apparently, from what I was reading, that spot was initially slated to be for uh, Austin Theory, but then they thought it would fit Logan Paul better. And from the way they introduced him, like if the plan for Austin Theory was to bring him in like that, and if the plan was to bring him in and like have him like CC and Punk in the ring, it wouldn't have made any sense because he hasn't been anywhere forever. War Games will add Becky and AJ to the women's side. AJ is scheduled to be at the next Raw. Yeah, I could see that. Although I almost think there's more money in doing a singles match between them than having them. I suppose no, I don't think I did, Bray. I probably missed it. Honestly, I'll have to go back and look. Is it in the Discord? I know I was very unexcited when they announced when we did my Raw watch along party. I was terribly not excited about the women's match, and I was like very ho hum about the men's match at the moment. But I'll go back and look if it's in the Discord. If not, tell me where to go, and I'll go check it out. climb up that and get the top of that window. What am I missing here on the window? It should have been Psycho Sid, not Sid Justice. Yeah, once again, it's like one of those decisions because I just don't know the Sid character well enough. I only know him from his time in WCW. Like that's where I watched him. So to me, it's all like kind of the same. I was saying that the problem with war games is example. Yeah, 100%. And that's kind of where I feel like it's just like people being thrown together to have a match because war games. Like this is where we got in trouble with Hell in a Cell and having a Hell in the Cell pay per view, which they've gone away from, and now it feels like it's war games time because it's time like just because it's time for war games. So, and honestly, if you're going to do a war games match, and I was talking about this on my stream, at this current moment in time, it makes more sense, as much as I don't love the storyline, to do the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs. I still hate that name. That would make more sense from a perspective of, um, like, do the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. It's like there are multiple factions. You've got 4 members on one side, you got 4 members on the other side. That makes way more sense to me. Somehow managed to get 674. Damn, that's a good amount. Must have triggered an extra batter or two by accident, but that's awesome. Come on. You have to get the top of this arch. Well, let's get the inside here done, and then the door, and then we'll continue to work our way around. We'll do the base, and we'll start working on the top of the teapot. In the last game, you could actually power wash. You know the nursery rhyme about the old lady with the shoe? You could power wash the shoe that she lived in. Nate, well, Judgment Day has no GF at the moment after Dom lost his IC title to Cena and Raquel failed. Yep, that's true. I don't know. And by the way, I really? What does it say half? Feel like I should be way further than half. Let's get this door figured out, and then I'll figure out what we're missing on that surround. I guess we're getting, yeah, super not excited about Nikki Bella needing to be carried through another match. And I know there's people who really love Nikki Bella. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm trying not to be a hater. Front door surround. What am I missing on it? Oh, the red part's part of that. I didn't realize that. Well, that makes more sense. At least Styles and Dragon can actually defend the titles, unlike New Day and Judgment Day. Yep. Like they're heels, they're not supposed to want to like fight their titles. They're supposed to want to keep them. But yes, 100%. It'd be actually really cool to have a heel fighting champion who just wants to fight people, but is like an asshole and a bad guy about it. I almost got this round done. There it is. Okay, so we got this round done. We got the door. Let's work on the bricks here. And then we'll start working on the main body area. Main body of the house. I just don't like AJ Styles being shoehorned into a tag team, especially as he's getting towards the end of his run next year. Who do you think will answer? I don't know. I could see one of the MFTs answering it after the way, like sorry, not Tama. Tama Tonga did like show up before Ilya went out for the U.S. title last week. So 100% I could see it being like one of the MFTs, but I know Solo wants it back. Hope Woods doesn't get forgotten about when Kofi retires. Yeah, me too. I think Woods has got enough on his own, though. Like, he's done well enough, and he does good stuff for the WWE in terms of, like, running up, down, down, and publicity and all that sort of stuff. So I actually think he'd be all right. But... And he's entertaining, and they know he's entertaining. They made him King of the Ring a few years ago. So, and I think they know what they have with him. I've always enjoyed him. Even back, I remember when he was in TNA's Consequences Creed. And I'd see him there. And then he had his run in FCW, where he kind of like had a Power Ranger gimmick, which I thought was the coolest. The fact that he was doing Power Rangers, like it's Morphin Time stuff in there. So I thought that was super cool. But really, I guess it just, there it is. That binging sound never gets old. So I think he's done enough where they'll find something for him to do, but they're never going to put a world title on him. I think they should. In fact, at one point, I thought there was a really good opportunity with Roman to do it because they had that after he became King of the Ring when Roman was still doing his thing to eventually have Xavier get better and be the one to dethrone him and kind of have it like the New Day help him like support him and be like the third member of the New Day to win a world championship. And I think that would have been really cool if they'd done that. But they just kind of had Roman destroy him after he won King of the Ring, making King of the Ring feel like useless. Which was disappointing. But it was like I know he'd want to be King of the Ring for so long. I was there alive when Roman crushed his crown. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was like, you weren't alive for other stuff? And I think they could have done something there with it. I think that would have been really entertaining. But they chose not to. I don't know why. And like one of the YouTube channels that I follow pretty religiously, I've talked about it before, is kind of funny. And actually, Xavier Woods and Greg Miller go way back. Or, well, I don't know if way back, but they're friends. It's part of the reason. Well, Greg, I don't know if he talked about his interview or not with helping him get the job with the WWE. Yes, I did see that. They announced a Steam. They're bringing the Steam machine back to play video games, like a set-top box to play video games on your PC, kind of like a console. I did see that. Okay, so now we just need to get this doorway done, and then we can start working on the frame of the house. We're 60% of the way through, so we're making good progress here. A shooting gallery. Oh, we're going to do another carnival? Oh, yeah. There's a carnival coming to this game. So there was a carnival you did last year, and they kept bringing you back to do different rides. So like one of them was like a slide that went down. One of them, eventually, you did like a full ass Ferris wheel, but a merry-go-round that you could turn on and off as it went on. It does look like a bit of a bit bootleg a GameCube. I haven't seen enough of it yet. I just hope it's ready. Um, I just hope it's ready to go this time, because last time they did Steam Machine, it was a very not well thought out plan in terms of doing the Steam Machines, and I'm hoping that they've got it better this time. Because like they did like 12 years ago, I think they were doing Steam Machines. Those hinges done, yeah. Door frame still needs to be on, so we don't want to miss the door frame, but we'll have to come back to that. Maybe Punk will do the job for Xavier. Well, Xavier needs here's the deal. Xavier needs a mid-card title first. It's cool. I love the scenery. The past two to put more of a packed environment would be nice. Yep. Let's get that ladder. Put it right there. Oh, missed it. Get this cleaned off. All right, so door surrounds done. We've got all the surroundings, so let's start working on the walls. Then we'll have to do the these top sections. We'll have to use the scaffolding to do that. Put on extension. Can't see who. Can't. Oh yes, that's right. Because Solo's in the tournament. So I still think it's either Joe Hendry or Matt Cardona, and whichever one isn't the whichever one isn't the one, it will be the other for Monday. Because at this point, they've announced NXT stars, so like with Javon facing Gunther, and they've announced returning people. So, like it's not an issue of, oh, no problems, man. Thanks for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Um, like it's not a matter of wanting to keep returning people secret, like who are coming back from injury or who've been away, because they announced Gunther, and Gunther is one of those ones that you'd almost want to keep as a surprise if you were going to do it. And they're not afraid to announce NXT talent either. So it's got to be one of the people from another company, which is my guess TNA people, which, and there's history with Cardona and Cena, and I think it makes sense to do it. And Cena even mentioned Matt Cardona on SmackDown like a few months ago. That's why I think it could be Matt Cardona, because he was on they referenced him on SmackDown in that pipe bomb promo. But we'll see, I guess. Okay, I need this. So I never thought Gunther would be a surprise for the tournament. This is backwards. God damn it. Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of top I did not see. I wish I could flip this around easily, but we'll be fine here. Oh, fell down. Okay, I guess we're flipping this around. I wish there was like a 180-degree flip I could do. There, that's better. So, yeah, I never thought Gunther was going to be the surprise, just because I feel like people would be like, oh, it's just Gunther. Not that, like, it's not cool to see him returning. I think he's really great, but I think people would like are expecting more out of the surprises, and it looks like they're going to fall through in that. So Rhea's injured because yeah, she must have had something with her face. They wrote her off TV because she got misted. And for the record, it actually makes sense to have her fighting like the Kabuki Warriors, like her and Io, like as some sort of team against the Kabuki Warriors. I get why they're doing that match. Like it makes sense, but at the same time, uh, um, I don't know if they needed war games to do it because you need to then find other people, and there just isn't that built into the story. They're just doing it to do it. Oh, I didn't jump. I was trying to jump. Let's get the inside of that while we're here. Here, we'll finish this off. There's the window up there. Let's climb up. But yeah, and it just seems like, oh, hey, she's back. Like, it's almost a rinse and repeat of the storyline from the year before where she had to come back and wear the mask. Was it last year she had to come back and wear the mask to do War Games? Am I correct in saying that? Because I know she came back from a match and was wearing, or came back for a War Games match and she was wearing like that demon mask. I think it was last year. Okay, we're good. Let's take it off. Yep, last year, right? So it's almost the same cut and carbon story. Like, oh, Rhea comes back and she wants a War Games match. And Io's been in how many of them now? She's going to jump off another side in the. And once again, I love Io and I'm not like throwing shade. Love Io, but she's going to do some sort of garbage can spot again. The ridge. Let's get this roof clean. No, wall and the roof are different, so this will be its own little check mark once it's complete. Okay, so there's the roof part. Now I just need to figure out why the wall's not saying it's done. There it is. Wall's done. Okay, let's move on to the next section. While we're up here, we'll start with the roof. Get into these nooks and crannies. Oh, we need to make sure we get these beams too in between and not forget them before we go into the next spots. But yeah, so I don't know. That's where I'm at with War Games. I'm not super excited. I don't think they need to be doing a War Games match this year. And I think they've picked the wrong team to do it with because they've actually got two feuding factions who would make way more sense. And I do think if there's a men's, there should be a women's. But also, I think the story should dictate it. They haven't told a good story to get a women's one. Man, we're making good progress up here. I don't know how long this one's going to take us. We've been slightly over an hour doing it, but we're almost 3/4 of the way through at the current moment in time. Roof knob. We got to get the roof knob clean. This is a cool house, actually. There we go. All right. Let's get this roof done. Yeah, I miss the old survivors. You know what? I just think like have war games if it makes sense to do war games, but don't like do it because you've named the event war games now and you have to do it. Or you're going to get into a Hell in a Cell match issue, which they had before when they had the Hell in a Cell pay per view, and then you'd have people having Hell in a Cell matches for no reason. Those should be like blow off ending, like huge feuds to end like a huge blow off match to end a giant feud. And they shouldn't just because oh it's Hell in a Cell time, so we need to have a Hell in a Cell match. So that's just kind of my thought process of it. And like the old school, like they did those old school tag matches for Survivor Series that NXT. I want to call it Invasion, but it's not called Invasion. They called it something else after Invasion because Israel got mad. I'm trying to remember what they called it, and it's not clicking for me. Um, this is a cool house. Um, Super no Showdown. It was Showdown. They changed Invasion to Showdown because apparently my birthday marks attacks on Israel. Rebellion. No, it was so it was supposed to be Showdown, and they changed it to Invasion for NXT a few weeks ago. And it was going to be the old NXT or the old like Invasion, like art and logos from when they did the WCW Invasion pay per view. I need to get back up there and climb up there and finish that roof because it's not 100% done. Um, sure. There we go. That'll get the parts of the window I'm missing. I want to get the roof parts I'm missing so I can say I did the roof. Ah, I fell. Okay, where's that ladder? It's not what I wanted to move, but I guess I can move it. This we're going to put right there, and we're going to climb right to the top, and I'm going to get the parts I'm missing here. See, it looks good on that side, so it's just this side I need to get probably here. And we'll have the roof done. Dude! What am I missing on the roof? There's not much. That's upper window wall, which is different. Oh, there's stuff behind the... there it is. God damn it. I was like, there's something I'm missing, but it was literally right behind, under where that gnome was. Should have paid better attention. I think there's like 4/4 of this house at the top here, so we'll just work our way across and do each one. And then we just have to do this knob at the top. That's what we're going to leave for last, getting the knob. Or the teapot top. We're making good time here. Okay, so let's start working on getting this wall portion done here. I think we got most of it done up top, so we should just be able to bin and move on to the next one. All right, we're working our way through here. We got the window at the top. We got the roof. We got the knob on top of the roof. Is it okay to send you a YouTube link in the Discord grind section? Yeah, sure. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Okay, so that's good. We got that wall, the wall trim, the upper wall window. Okay, we're in good shape here. Let's get this wall window done, or wall beam done, and then we'll move on to this next section here. So we'll start at the bottom because we're down here, and then we'll work our way up. I just want to check one thing, guys. Okay, let's move this. Right there. Continue power washing from here. All right, so let's keep working our way through here. This is too far. I'm too far. Let's just get the ladder and we'll climb up. Easier than using the scaffolding. This should get me for most of where I need to go now. Okay, first of all, let's get this brace done because this brace hasn't clicked yet. Oh, no, it did. I missed it. Okay, so then the brace has clicked. It's like, it looks pretty clean. So, yeah, we're making good progress here. 80% of the way there. We'll be at 90 soon because we'll just have one more section of wall to do. And then we just got to get the top of the house done. And we'll be all finished the teacup house. Pretty sure Since had the exact same grind, but you activated some extra badge somewhere. Hey, that's good. Because, like, yeah, it's one of those things where I always find like especially when the grinds get like, because sometimes they can get like a little bit too complicated to do and a little bit too hard. That's always been like one of my bigger issues is just trying to get the grinds and making them like accessible and easily doable and repeatable. So, but yeah, like if you can get them done, so yeah, I gotta start using my Discord more too. Yep. Discord's been a great thing actually. We launched our Discord. Well, that Discord's been sitting around forever actually, and being unused. Like since I had a Twitch channel a few years ago, I created it, but really repurposed it for the channel itself when everything was taken off with My Faction Reaction, and it's been really good. And like some of the stuff we've been doing with it, I'm very very excited about. We have some really fun challenges and stuff going on within the Discord. Nice. We got the top there. Let's get the rest of this. So yeah, I use Pink Diamond Hunter, start the match, power bomb, taunt my super, hit my super, Javon Evans. Nice. Get underneath of it. We missed on the roof. It's whatever's over here. Yeah, there it is. What are we missing on the upper window at this point? Looks pretty clean. There it is. Ah, we fell. That's fine. We can climb up right here and then go back and finish what we're working on. Okay, so we got the window. The wall's almost done. We're missing like a little. There it is. All right, so let's move on to the last part of the wall here. I don't know. We cleaned something else there. We do have the giant teapot portion here. So let's get the bottom done and work our way up. And after that, we just have to get the top. Yeah, it's just a matter, Gulak, of finding the right cards. Not everybody has the best cards, but that's why we have the grinding sheet in there too to figure out what your best cards are. There's some really good like value purchases you can make, especially next week or like in 2 days, not next week on Friday. That Chad Gable Eras card I think is going to be 13K, and it's going to be a steal because it gives 45 MFP. So if we're standing on the apron, which will be good. So that's going to be a great value add. I kind of think like sometimes like, should I do a video on like the best value grinding cards? The DLC Ron Cena is a good card. Yeah. The new DLC cards. There's one that gives 40. Miss Sid, I think. Sid's like 40 or 50 MFP. I gotta look at it, but he's quite a bit. Yeah, and Heatwave Gunther, like in terms of having a super submission, really good. Okay, so we got this stupid. This is gonna be fun to clean. Let's get the underneath done. Heatwave Gunther is probably the best value for like a grinding card if you're getting started right now, especially with him about to be like probably 30k. He's going to be really good value. Put extensions on and do a little bit better here. We're at 90%. We're getting close to the end here. Once we get this wall portion done in this thing, we'll just have to worry about the top and we'll have everything done. Clean that up once I get up there. Okay, I think we're ready to climb to the top and start working on the top of this section. Oh, I got to get right in this snoot at the top there. Because it's steaming out. We got to pour some water down it. Okay, there's that. Okay, so let's get this portion done here. First off, let's get... So we never did this trim piece. There it is. Let's get this wall done. And then from there, I think we just have the teapot stuff to work on the top. We should be good to go. You should look at members' cards and tell them. Oh, like which ones to use? Yeah, we could do something like that maybe. That's a little bit harder to do to set up. Like to do that on stream. Just because then I need to have their video feed to be able to do it. That makes it a little bit more difficult, but I could see if it's possible. But I understand what you're saying 100%. Okay, we're close to come. There it is. Okay, so now we're into our final sections here. We got to get this teapot lid done. Let's focus on the lid wall first. Actually, I was really hoping it would say I had everything done, and it does not. Screenshot your cards. That's an option. There's just a lot of cards to go through, potentially. But I see what you're saying. Oh no, we fell. Okay, we got to get back up there. You could screenshot your cards. They could share the screen in the Discord, and I could like go through it that way. And I think I could share the video feed from that. That'd be similar how I did the Greg Miller interview, because like we chatted on Discord, so I needed to have his video on the screen. Oh yes, 100% Bray. Very very valid. And actually, I don't think I said anything yesterday about that happening. Actually, I don't think Raw mentioned anything about Veterans Day yesterday. Or no, it wasn't Raw. Wait, it wasn't yesterday. Never mind. Um, Wait, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was, but Raw wasn't on yesterday. Um, but yeah, I didn't say anything. So we don't sell. So we don't have Remembrance Day in Canada. We have or sorry, Veterans Day. We have Remembrance Day. So it was Remembrance Day for us yesterday, which is very very similar. They did have a video package on Monday. How did I miss it? Maybe I'm a big dummy. I don't remember that at all. We'll talk about that in a second. But man, did I get hit with copyright strikes for Monday Night Raw. Spent most of the day having YouTube erase songs. I had like 5 or 6 songs that got hit for copyright. That had to be edited out. Oh, it was right at the beginning. Maybe I missed it when it was right at the beginning. So close to being done this. We'll see what the new jobs are when we're done this one, but we're not going to do them tonight. Unless there's a super quick one. I feel like we're due for a super quick like bike or something to wash. All right. So lid roof, lid knob, and chimney. So we're in the money here. Yep, we did it properly, guys. We are in a point right now where we're just on the roof, the knob, and the chimney, and we got everything else. That makes me feel like we did a good job when going through. Systematically power washing everything as we go around. So that's the chimney. Big old mushroom head there. We'll get that clean and we'll knock that off. Then we just got to get the roof and the knob and we're good. There it is. Okay, let's get this roof, take the extension off. How does that much water not damage the house, hello? I don't know. You just, well, do you see how messy the house was? I mean, it looked, and like the targeted dirt, because it was only on like the house and then the things around the house, but nothing else surrounding the house. None of the wood, none of the, I guess the sand's already dirt. Um, but yeah, this dirt's targeted. It's a targeted attack. I'm wondering if it's the aliens again, like it was last game. I figure it will be. Oh, so close. 99% of the way there. Once the roof says it's done, we just have to move on to this knob right at the top. And we are 100% good to go. But I want the lid to say it's done first. There's a spot. A little bit more down here we missed. You can press the R3 button and it'll kind of show you like areas you missed will like go low. There's a big piece right there. Man, I feel like we should be close to this roof being done. There's a little more along the trim I missed. There it is. Okay. Let's get the knob, and we're finishing this BITCH up. There it is. We're done. Let's see what we got out of that. Oh, yeah. I love the time lapse. So you can see me going around doing the floors. Getting the things around done. Now we're doing the walls. And we're done. You've restored balance to the tea room. Stop by anytime for a steam bun and lavender tea on the house. I'm trying to use my mouse again, and it does not work like that. Let's head to the home base here. So we should see on our wall of things. So I hear you. Yep, there's the tea house. It's been added, and there's the sign. So if I wanted to redo these at some point, and I probably will have to, that's where they are. Eventually, this is going to be filled with all sorts of mementos like that. If I go here, what's the next job? I'm just curious. Oh, we're not. It is the shooting gallery. We're not starting that right now. So it's kind of funny. You'll be using a power washer on the shooting gallery, actually. That is kind of humorous. But yes, we'll come back to that at a later date. Thank you for everybody for hanging out tonight. We'll wrap up now. It's been almost 3 hours. God. But I really appreciate all you guys hanging out as we did some power washing. We got through 2 projects today, which was good. This is just like my peace of mind, easy to play game. So, and I love the fact that you guys are here with me for it. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out a ton as we continue to grow the channel. Also, check out the video I released today on Community Spotlight Max Arena. I'd love for you to check that out. Let me know your thoughts and what more I can do for those videos because I'd love your input. That was the first one I did. So I'd love to hear what you guys think and what I can do better in regards to it. But so yeah, but I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk